lights, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Prescott looks to throw on first. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott able to hit his target lane. Takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Prescott from the gun. Looking left-sided, he's got a man. It's Elliott. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw here. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
The tackle made at the
quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Williams. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
New York.
Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Cowboys' 17-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Little flip of fortune. They had a chance to possibly pin him deep, but out of bounds, and now they'll start at the 40. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott, and he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
A gain of 14.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down. To throw is Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Throw left side complete. It's Elliott. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, Prescott. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick there on the coverage. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He'll fire this, and this is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
The Giants' 4-yard line.
They'll try again with Elliott. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
Fourth down, Prescott feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Dexter Lawrence and his Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Williams. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And it's fielded at the 34. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And now off to the races, down the right side. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Giants 14, Cowboys nothing. Graham Gano set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded in the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
A About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Damian Williams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants add on to their lead.
Good.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 21-0.
Cowboys nothing. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Dallas.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action now, Prescott. He goes full extension, and he's got it. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
First down.
A first down throw for Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And an anxious moment or 2 there, but they do get him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
That's a 22-yard line.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second